Hey everyone, this is Ed Gutowski. I'm going to be your English 300 instructor, and what I wanted to do was just to create a video that kind of introduces you to the class and kind of talks about the books that we're going to be using for our course. I'm really excited about our class. Our class is going to be a lot of fun. You know, English 300 covers a whole variety of topics, so we're going to talk about rhetoric and argument, we're going to look at a definition essay, a compare and contrast essay, a research paper, but English 300 is always lots of fun, and around week 2 we'll start getting into the rhetoric and argument portion of class, which students always love. If you don't know anything about rhetoric and argument, don't have anything to worry about, just get ready because it's going to be a lot of fun. Now the books that I'm using are the same books that I used since we shifted to online. So I started using these books in the spring of 2020. We went all online. Students really like the books, so I thought I would just continue with this lesson plan. Use the same books in the fall, got great student response. So I think we're in for a real big treat. So let me just talk about the books that we're going to use for class. And the first book, I'm going to just sort of show it to you right here, is a book called Into the Wild. And Into the Wild is just, students really like Into the Wild. It's a really quick, easy, and fun read. It's an engaging novel. I've used it both on a ground and online class, got very positive response to it. So we'll start our class using Into the Wild. Then the second book we're going to use is this book here. And this book is called Rianne's Diary. It's a book about the Holocaust. It's brand new. They recently discovered this diary in Poland, and the novel has sometimes been compared to Anne Frank. And again, I used the novel starting last year, and you know, I got really positive student response back. It was a great way to expose students to, you know, looking at the Holocaust. Some students knew some things about the Holocaust, some didn't. So I wanted to use that novel again. And then we're going to end up with using the book called The Hate U Give, which is a book that I think is really important for the times that we're living in because it'll allow us to look at issues such as race and racism in America, which is kind of a timely topic. And again, when I used it last semester, got really positive feedback, got a great lesson plan for that, so I'm really excited. That's the book we'll end with. And then the first book we're going to use is this book here. It's called The Siegel Reader Essays. And this is a book that I've been using for probably the last 20 years. It's a great way to help students understand rhetoric, to understand arguments. It's also a great way to introduce students to MLA. So I'm really excited about the books we're going to be using. It's going to be a really fun class. A couple things that you should know is that our class will never meet in a session. Like, we'll never have a Zoom session. Basically, our class originally was scheduled, if this was non-coronavirus, we would have met Fridays from 9 to 12. So what I'm basically going to do is basically all assignments will be due on Friday, and you'll have a week to basically work on assignments. Generally, I'll post the assignments on our Canvas site by no later than Sunday, and that basically gives you the entire week to work at your leisure to do all of the work. And I found that students also like that flexibility as well. So, you know, if you wanted to get all your assignments due, you know, you could get everything done by Monday if you wanted to, or you could kind of break it up during the week, whatever your schedule allows. But it's going to be a really, really fun class. I'm looking forward to seeing what your ideas are. The only other last thing I'll say before I end this video is that you are going to send me a welcome email, just kind of introducing yourself, letting me know what your thoughts of the class are, thoughts about the syllabus. And that's kind of the first assignment, and I need to have that by February 1st because that's how I know who's attending class and who's not attending class, and that's when I start to drop students. So if you need anything from me, just send me an email. Otherwise, I'm really excited. Class is going to be a lot of fun, and I look forward to seeing kind of what your ideas are on rhetoric and argument.